everyone and welcome back to my channel. As it's the start of June, I've decided to do a video about what's on my June TBR, just so I can kind of keep track of what I intend to read in a month and then see at the end of the month whether I actually achieve it or not. I feel like if I say that I'm going to read these books to a camera and put it on the internet, it will actually force me to read these books. I'll start off with the books that I don't have physical copies for. The first book on my TBR for June is I'm Glad My Mum Died by Jeanette McCurdy. I have been wanting to read this book for a very long time and I've had it reserved at the library and I am so close to being the first in the queue. I loved watching Jeanette McCurdy in iCarly when I was younger, and then when I started to hear about all the stuff that she's been through, I was just gobsmacked. I don't really read autobiographies, but this one has really intrigued me, so I'm looking forward to reading it. Another book on my TBR for June is Shutter Island. When I was at my friend's house the other day, we were planning to watch a thriller film and they suggested Shutter Island, but thought that it might be not really something that I enjoy watching. As much as I enjoy thriller books and they're my favourite kind of books to read, I don't really like watching thrillers. I'm very scared of blood, I am a big wimp, but I absolutely love reading them, which I don't understand either. But then my friend mentioned that Shutter Island might be a book and that I would really enjoy it because it's got a big twist. So I decided to look and it is. So I've ordered it off Vinted and I am so excited for it to come because it has been bigged up a lot now by my friends. The next book on my June TBR is a book that's not actually out yet but comes out in June, and that is The Housemaid is Watching by Freida McFadden. I love the Housemaid series by Freida McFadden so much. It was the first books that I've actually read by her and I rated both of them 5 stars. I don't know if the series really needs a third book, but I don't care. I'm still so excited to read it. I really hope I get this book on the day of release because I really just want to smash it out in one sitting because I've been looking forward to this book for months. The next book on my June TBR is One of Us is Next by Karen M. McManus. Again, I love the sprayed edge. All of the books I've got by her have a sprayed edge and it's just so satisfying. I got them off of Vinted for like £10, honestly. If you don't do book shopping on Vinted, I recommend it. I also am selling a couple of books on Vinted, so I'll leave the link in the description in case you're interested. So this book is the second book in the One of Us is Lying series, which I didn't enjoy too much, but I am very intrigued to see where it's going to go from here. And it mentions a school-wide game of Truth or Dare, so that is quite intriguing. I can't leave books in the middle of a series, so I'm really excited to get through another series. I feel like June is a big month for me for wanting to finish off series because the next lot on my TBR is the rest of the Shatter Me series. As I mentioned in my last video, I got gifted the entire Shatter Me series by my boyfriend for our anniversary and I have been absolutely loving it. The fact that there's so many books to this series and novellas to read in between the books as well just really excites me and I cannot wait to finish the series. I really hope I get through the entirety of the series in this month. Is that a big challenge? Possibly, but I reckon I can do it. This series is just one of those series where I've actually got no idea where it could go. I feel like usually I've got kind of an idea of where things are going to go, but even in terms of like the romance in it, I honestly just don't know where it's going to go. Also on my TBR for June is The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I have borrowed this from the library, so I literally have no choice but to read this in the next couple of weeks. So this book basically follows a Hollywood icon called Evelyn Hugo and her life. I read Daisy Jones and the Six by Taylor Jenkins Reid and I did really enjoy it. I rated it 4 stars. But I read it as an audiobook, which I don't do very often. I feel like Daisy Jones and the Six was the perfect book to have as an audiobook because it's got a lot of like alternating POVs, so it was easy to tell when another character was saying something. I feel like I've just been putting this book off and I don't know why because I love Daisy Jones and the Six, and I am excited to read it. I've heard such good things about it. But yeah, I definitely need to read that this month. Next on my June TBR is Conversations with Friends by Sally Rooney. I'm not going to talk too much about this one because I want to do a video of reading books that Taylor Swift likes and recommends, so look out for that one when I upload that. But yeah, that's basically why I want to read this. I read Normal People by Sally Rooney and didn't love it too much, but I really want to give her writing another go. The last book I have on my TBR for June is Things We Hide from the Light by Lucy Score. I know this probably seems shocking that I want to read this, as I'm not a big romance fan, but I read the first book, I forgot what it's called. Things We Never Got Over. It's called Things We Never Got Over. Yeah, I read Things We Never Got Over by Lucy Score and I enjoyed it a lot more than I thought I would and ended up rating it 4 stars. Although it is romance heavy and a lot more spicy than I thought it would be, it also has a mystery element to it, so I really enjoyed that. I find it so interesting that this series follows different POVs for each book. I'm really excited to just carry on with the series and maybe even finish it this month. Those are the books on my June TBR. Let me know if you've read any of them and what you think of them in the comments, without spoilers though. I think that would really help to encourage me to read them. And yeah, let's see in a month's time whether I manage to complete everything on my June TBR. Also leave a comment of what's on your TBR for June. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you later.